In this month's RoPax Lifestyle Series, I'm super excited to bring you this particular gentleman's newest creation. I want to introduce Brad Flume.
Hey, great to be here.
Well, I'm super excited to be here with you as well, Brad. I mean, so I always laugh about how you and I met. Do you remember that day?
Coffee shop.
Yeah.
Guy wearing a fedora walks up to me, and I'll let you finish it.
You were wearing that shirt, and it said, I buy trucks, and I was making my coffee, and I looked over, and I said, what is that? What does that mean? So what? Tell the audience what that means.
One of my other companies is I Buy Trucks, and it's exactly as it sounds. I buy trucks,
Okay.
and anywhere from a small Ford Ranger to an 18-wheeler. I've been doing that business for over 12 years now.
Wow.
And that is really a passion for vehicles.
Right.
And the name is as simple as it sounds.
It is simple.
Yeah.
It's catchy.
Yeah,
It got
and
my
it starts
eye.
conversations.
Absolutely, just like it did for us.
Absolutely.
So that conversation, though, led us to our real estate world, which is my world. And I mean, you deal heavily in houses as well.
Yes, at that time I was flipping a house in Alamo Heights, and the issue I had was it was very small square footage.
Right.
Great street, beautiful location,
Right.
but it needed professional staging. And I heard that about you, is your staging really sets you apart from all the other agents. And we were able to sell that very small,
Yeah.
beautiful house.
We set a record that month.
For a record.
Yeah.
And a lot of people turned their nose to it, and you dove right in.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I was like, you know what? I want to impress this guy. I want to create a relationship. And then that leads us to your newest creation, Hawks Outdoors.
Yes.
I am super excited for you to talk about this.
Great.
So you're opening, I believe, tomorrow?
Soft opening tomorrow,
Okay.
and we specialize in overlanding.
Overlanding. What is overlanding?
Overlanding is vehicle travel, adventure travel. So
Okay.
whether it's a day trip, you're loading up with your family, or you're going on a 2-week, venture out, utilizing tents, whether you sleep on the ground or have a rooftop tent. We sell all the accessories for adventure.
Okay.
And that's our specialty, is adventure gear.
That is so cool. Now, before we started shooting, you were telling me the story about someone that was out in the field for like 3 weeks with part of your gear.
Yeah, so our customers are really trying out all this gear, and we're giving us great feedback. We had one just go to Colorado and camped out in negative weather.
Wow.
His trailer and tent covered in ice, having a blast, giving us the feedback.
Right.
And so we really are excited to work with our customers and learn and adjust to whatever they feel is the equipment that they need for their adventures.
Got it. So it's very much different than like off-roading. I mean, we all remember back in high school days, people with their big lifted trucks and everything, and they'd go mudding. This is completely different, right?
Oh, absolutely. And there's still the off-road factor in it, but it's more of the adventure part. It's more of kind of getting out into nature and spending time out in the wilderness without mudding and tearing it up. Being conscious of the elements around you and the wildlife and the land.
From what I've seen, it seems like people are very conscientious about where they're at, trying to not leave their footprint, I guess, if that's what you'd call it. When they're outdoors.
Tread lightly is a term
lightly.
I think Land Rover came up with.
Okay, very cool. Now, I've seen a lot of your video content of Land Rover's events and whatnot. What kind of event is that?
Before this company was approached to get started, my passion's always been camping, off-roading, Land Rovers especially. That's something that I love and am passionate about. And I started to search for gear to enhance the trip. And that's where this whole passion for overlanding came about.
Got it.
And then once we had COVID, the pandemic, people really wanted to get outdoors more. And that's where our team here saw the new market for America.
So let's discuss, who would that customer be? Who are your clients?
It ranges. We're seeing people as young as teenagers going all the way to getting their first car, usually like a 4Runner or a Subaru. And then all the way to people who are retiring that want to travel outside of the RV lifestyle. They really want to get to a remote area and truly experience nature without towing a giant RV fifth wheel behind it.
Yeah, I've done the whole RV camping thing. This is completely different than that. You're not going to a specified little parking space or whatnot.
Yes, and what's happened in America is that these RV spaces are full of people who live there full time. So the family now, it's hard and tricky to find a place to go travel. Now our national parks have restrictions on size of the vehicles, so this is why this is very popular also with our crowd that wants to see all the national parks.
Very cool, very cool. So are you looking at expanding the company in the future?
We are. We're hoping to have 7 or more locations in other states, Colorado, Utah, Idaho. We're exploring that, but we wanted to get started here. This is where we're from, this is where we live,
Love it.
and this will be our headquarters and where we'll be testing all our gear we get from our vendors and growing the brand.
So what's been different from like the beginning of COVID? Because I know this all kind of, the inception was during that COVID time. What has changed from then until right now?
Right now, we're starting to see availability. It was very tricky to get a rooftop tent during the pandemic. It was very hard to get just simple tires and lights. Now everything is in stock. We're able to get all those items for all our customers.
Got it. I would bet money that now that people are more free to move around and whatnot, I would think that there's going to be an even bigger demand for your product in this type of lifestyle. Because I mean, it looks pretty interesting and fun from what I've seen.
Yeah, and it's truly a lifestyle. I'm glad you brought that part up. There's a lot of cooking involved. There's a lot of coffee involved, kind of that outdoor cooking.
Right.
And a lot of people travel to cook outdoors. It's just something different. It tastes better outdoors.
Right.
It tastes better around the campfire. These chairs feel different when you're in the middle, of the woods and all that.
Yeah, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I looked at one of your trailers. I think it has everything for cooking, and you got burners and...
Everything inside our trailers. You can keep all your gear. You can have your propane. You can have a simulated fire. Everything with that we have available here at Hawks Outdoors.
That is super cool. So someone that's just starting out to explore this type of lifestyle, how do they go about getting into it?
Well, it starts with your vehicle, and it really can be any vehicle. Of course, SUV or all-wheel drive vehicle is more preferred, but you really just start on figuring out where do you want to go, how do you want to travel, and how intense do you want to get about it. If you want to travel, we have a customer who traveled from here to South America.
Wow.
And we're able to help them we even sold them the entire vehicle to do that trip. So we can help you as much as if you're going to a state park for the weekend with your family, or you truly want to travel the globe in your vehicle.
Got it. So you can kind of point someone that might be a novice in this world in the right direction, so that way they just have the best experience.
Yes, and we do sell Overland completed vehicles that are already accessorized.
Okay. So what's your favorite vehicle, Overland vehicle?
I'm still a big Land Rover guy, but I really love the Subarus. I have been very impressed with that product.
I
think it's
a
great daily driver, and it's very capable, and they come at a lower price point too.
Okay.
Of course, 4Runners are very popular too. I do like 4Runner.
Right. Yeah, my son's got a Toyota truck, and I think he's going to probably want to come over here and outfit it with some stuff.
We'd love to help
him. Do some pretty cool work here.
Love to help him.
Is there anything else you'd love to tell the public about?
No, just very been impressed with all of our transactions that we've done. Now that we have our new kid, and we got the 4-bedroom house, and we love it. We absolutely do. And, that was a bidding war that you help us navigate those waters.
Yeah, those are treacherous waters.
Yes, they were. And but we were very confident you could get it done, and you did.
Thank you. Hey, so thanks so much for spending time with us today. So how can people find you and your company?
Sure, we can start online. We're hawksoutdoors.com. Our Instagram is Hawks Outdoors. Our location is on 1604 in Lock Hill, Selma, 16135 College Oak Drive, just right inside 1604.
Excellent. Well, thanks again.
Thank you.
This was a blast.
Appreciate
I appreciate
it.
your time. Thank you.